CBSE Class 10 Maths Question Paper 2020. We are going to see the solution of this. This is the set number, code and series number. These are general instructions for the board examination paper of mathematics. Calculators are not allowed. So this is section A, 1 mark each. So on dividing a polynomial px by x square minus 4, question and remainder are found to be x and 3. The polynomial px is. Let me give you an example first, that if you want to divide say 5 by 2, so what do? 2 2s are 4 and 1 is the remainder. Now in order to make 5, what you have to do? 2 into 2 plus 1, then only 5 will come. Similarly, same thing we are going to do. X square minus 4, and we are dividing px by x square minus 4, and the question is given x and the remainder is also given. Remainder is 3. So what did I say? X square minus 4 multiply by x and then you add 3. So x cube this is minus 4x plus 3. And this is the solution, which is B. This is the correct answer. B. In figure 1, ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angled as C. So we have, there are 4 options. So it's right angled also and isosceles triangle also. So BC and AC are equal. And this is the answer, A1. How does it come? Right angle triangle, so we'll use the Pythagoras theorem. So AC square plus BC square plus BC square, this is not AB, this is BC, equals AB square. So AB square equals AC square plus BC square. Pythagoras theorem. And also AC equals BC. AC equals BC. So this is BC, let me just write BC. Now AC and BC are equal. So you can take either way. Either you can write this AC as BC, so BC square plus BC square is AB square. So BC square is 2BC square. And this equals AB square. Do we have any option here? No, we don't have any option. So we'll take the other way. We'll write BC as AC. So what do you get? AC square plus AC square equals AB square. So this is 2AC square equals AB square. Do we have this answer? Yeah, yes, the A1. This is how, this is the answer. Now the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from minus 4, 0 and 10, 0 is. Now there is OR also, so there is one more question. You can solve either of these two. Either of these two. So the answer, first one is 3, 0 and the second one is 0, 7 by 2. So how do you do this? The point on x-axis which is equidistant from minus 4, 0 and 10, 0. Now it's easy to solve using the, you can say the midpoint formula, or see the x-axis any point will be a comma 0. Y component will be 0. Y coordinate will be 0. Now the points are clearly given. They are on x-axis only because both points are having y coordinate as 0. So what is the distance formula saying? Y2 minus y1 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square. You add them. Y2 minus y1 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square. One distance is equal to another distance. This is how you can solve it. So there are actually 3 methods to solve it. So this is one method, okay. The other method, just by putting these points, minus 4, 0 and 10, 0 is on the far right of A0. And then you see here, and the point A0 is equidistant from minus 4, 0 and 10, 0. So it's very obvious that minus 4 and 10, what is the difference between these two? The distance between these two, this is 4 and this is 10. So 10 and 4, 14. 14 is the distance. A0 is in between. So it has to be 7 distance, 7 unit from left and right. So it has to be 30. How? Because 3 and 10 is having distance of 7, and minus 4 and 3, the distance between them is 7. Or you can do what? You can take minus 4 plus 10 by 2 equals 0, and 0 plus 0 by 2 equals 0. So minus 4 plus 10 by 2 equals A. Minus 4 plus 10 by 2 equals A. That A also, A will come as 3. Okay. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 by 2 is 3. So A will become 3. So as I said, there are 3 methods to solve it. Whichever is suited to you, you can adopt it. And in this similar way, we'll go for the second one. The center of the circle whose endpoints of a diameter are minus 6, 3 and 6, 4. Minus 6, 3 and 6, 4. Almost same way. As I said, we have multiple ways to solve it. You can use the formula or you have the center of the circle, the endpoint is given, and you know that the end of the diameter, the center is the midpoint for this 2 points. So you can use the midpoint formula here directly. So minus 6 plus 6 by 2 and 3 plus 4 by 2. This is what you do. Or rather, you can just imagine or try to put these points on the coordinate axis, right? This is also a method. I am saying that whosoever is comfortable with whichever solution can adopt that solution. So this is minus 6, 3, this is minus 6 on the left hand side, 6, 4, x is 6 and y is 4. So this is 6 and this is 4, 6, 4. So it's just 1 unit above 3. And you can just join this, and you have to find the center. So you can use either of this method as I did in 3a part. So in midpoint formula, minus 6 plus 6 by 2, and the second will be y1 plus 3 plus 4 by 2. This minus 6 plus 6 is 0. 0 you get, this is 7 by 2. So you have 0 and 7 by 2. So this is the way you can solve it, 0, 7 by 2. Okay. The next question is the values of k for which the quadratic equation 2x square plus kx plus 2 has equal roots. We know that equal roots for any quadratic equation, if an equation is like ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, this is a quadratic equation, and b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0 if we want equal coordinates. B is k square minus 4 into 2 into 2, 4 into 2 into 2. So this is equal to 0, k square equals 16. So k will be equal to, under 16 plus minus, you get a k plus minus 4. So this is the answer, B. This is the answer. Which of the following is not an AP? Now, first is the observation. If you are able to, without doing it, you can just observe and find it out. It's okay, right? Just have an idea because you have done a question like this in your theory. So I can see that this C1, because the denominator is same, 7 minus 4, I can see it's 3, and 9 minus 7, it's 2. So I can see that it is not an AP. Let us see it by doing. 7 minus 4 is 3, 3 by 3, and this is 2 by 3, 3 cancels, 2 and 3 are not equal. So this is not an AP. But others are all AP. I'll give you an example. The second you take second one. 3 plus root 2 minus 3 is what? 3 plus root 2 minus 3 is root 2. 3 plus root 2 minus 3 is root 2. And 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 root 2. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root minus root 2, and it will be root 2. So all others A, B, C all are in AP except C, which we just did. So neither this one is AP, this one is AP, this one is AP, C, D is AP, C is not. The pair of linear equations 3x by 2 plus y by 3 equals 7 and 9x plus 10y equals 14 is. So consistent, inconsistent, consistent with one solution, consistent with many solutions. What you have to do? This is basically inconsistent. I'll show you how. How does it work? So we'll first equate these with ax plus a1x, or you can say ax plus by plus c. First we'll take a1x plus b1y plus c1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2. So we'll take a1 by a2, 3 by 2 by 9, b1 by b2, 5 by 3 by 10, b1 by b2, and then we take c1 by c2, 7 by 40. Now what is this? 3 by 2 into 9, and that is 3 cancels. This will be 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 it is. This will be also 5 by 3 into 10, 5 to the 10, 1 by 6 it is. And 7 by 14 is 1 by 2. So what we see here is a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, and this is not equal to c1 by c2. That means this is inconsistent. The solutions are inconsistent. That is inconsistent, right? So this is how you find out. This is a relationship. a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. Now here in figure 2, PQ is tangent to the circle with center O at the point B. Angle AOB is given 100 degree. Angle APB is what? So this is 100 degree. Now APB, this angle you have to find out. This APB, ABP. So two things are here. First, when we have a circle and there is a tangent touching it, so if you join the center from this tangent, this line will be 90 degree. This is making 90 degree. And this AO and OB, they are radius. So angle A and angle B are equal. So let us take them as x. So this angle will be what? 90 minus x. This whole is this is x. This, let me make it. So this is x and this is whole is 90. So this will be 90 minus x. So we are interested in APB, ABP. So in a triangle, the internal angle sums to 180 degree. That is 100 plus x equals 180 degree. So this 2x equals 180 minus 100, that is 80. X is 80 by 2, that is 40. X is 40. 90 minus x is what? 90 minus 40, that is 50. Now 50 is there. A. This is the answer. Okay. The radius of a sphere whose volume is 12 pi centimeter cube. Volume is given, the radius of this sphere. We have to find out. Now sphere volume is what? The answer is 3 raised to 2 by 3. So this sphere radius, let me write it, 4 by 3 pi r cube. And 4 by 3 pi r cube, and this is 12 pi. This equals 12 pi. You cancel pi, you get r cube equals 12 into 3 by 4. 4 3s are 12, you get r cube as 3 square. Now you can take the third root both sides. That is 1 by 3 raised to the power 1 by 3 and raised power 1 by 3. Now this gets cancelled. R equals 3. 2 into 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. This is how the C option is the correct option. The distance between the points m comma minus n and minus m comma n. So you have to use the distance formula. y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square under root. So this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So y2 minus y1 will be n minus 1. So this will be n plus. N minus of minus 1 is going to be n plus n whole square plus minus m minus m minus m minus m, and that is going to be minus 2m. Minus m is minus 2m whole square, and take the under root. So n plus n is 2n square. No, n plus n is 2n. 2n whole square is 4n square. and again this minus n minus m minus 2m square. So this is 4m square. So do you get 4n square plus 4m square, and these all is under a root. So 4n square plus 4m square. So you can write it as 4 into n square plus m square. Now take under root here, both under root you can take. So the under root 4 is 2, and that is going to be n square plus m square. So do we have any solution similar to this? Yes, we have C. So this is the answer. In figure 3, from an external point P, two tangents PQ and PR are drawn to the circle of radius 4, and this angle is given as 90 degrees. Let us join this. Now what we are going to do, see the length of PQ we have to find out. In these two triangles OQP and ORP, first is OQ is equal to OR. Also from a point two tangents are be drawn, they are equal, length is equal. So we have SQP equals PR, and also the angle OQP and angle ORP is equal to 90 degree. So 90 degree there. So these two triangles are similar because of the radius, because of the tangent, because of the angle the tangent makes with the radius. So these two are similar triangles. Now what is this angle? 90 degree. This will be 45, this will be 45 because of the similarity. So I am making this triangle. I'm making this triangle. Both are these similar. That's why we have 45 degree this angle. This is P. This is O. This is Q. So this is for 4, and we have to find out PQ. So tan 45 is OQ by QP or PQ. So tan 45 is 1. So PQ equals OQ. OQ is 4. So PQ equals 4. So B is the answer. The probability of an event that is sure to happen. So if we have a coin, both sides it is having head. Now you say, what is the possibility of head? Every time head is going to come, there is no chance tail would come. So the probability is 1, means always true. Now if you say, what is the probability of tail? Tail will never come, it is 0. So the thing which is going to happen is 1. The simplest form of 1 plus tan square A, 1 plus cot square A. So 1 plus tan square A, we can write it as 1 plus sin square A by cos square A. So let me write it cos square below the sin square. 1 plus sin square by cos square, and in the denominator we have 1 plus cos square by sin square. Right? So this will be cos square plus sin square by cos square plus sin square by cos square, and in the denominator we have sin square plus cos square by sin square. And we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. We know this. Sin square theta plus cos square theta or sin square A plus cos square A equals 1. Now put it here. So what do you get? 1 and 1. So sin square will go up. It will be sin square by cos square. So sin square A by cos square A is tan square. So the answer should be tan square. This is tan square. AOBC. This is a rectangle whose 3 vertices are these 3 coordinates are given. The length of its diagonal is, so length of the diagonal we have to find out. So the best way is to, because these points are very clear, we can easily locate these points on the Cartesian plane. So it's but obvious that the 4th point, if you can find out, we can easily find out the length of the diagonal. So this is origin, O point is given. A is 0 minus 3, so x is 0, y is minus 3, so that is y negative, y axis negative minus 3. So let me divide these into 4 or 3 parts. So this is going to come in the 4th quadrant, as you can see. You can see here. Okay, 0 minus 3, so O is already being located, 0 minus 3 is this point, and this point is A. Point B is 4, 0. So let me write A here, and B is 4, 0. So let me make one more 4, 0. And one more is remaining, B. Now B is already done, C is remaining. So we have A, O, B, C, A, O, B, let me mark it B, and now C. And we know that lines are parallel, opposite lines are parallel. So this is the point. And what is this point? This is minus 3, so y point will be minus 3, x is 4. 4 and minus 3 is the point. Now you can just join, make a rectangle. And what is the length of the diagonal? There will be two diagonals, and they will be equal. So this from 0, 0 to 4 minus 3, you have to find the distance. So it will be 4 square plus minus 3 whole square, that is 4 minus 0 whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square, 4 under root. 4 4s are 16 and 3 3s are 9. So plus 9 minus 3 whole square is 3 square 9. And this is 25 under root, and that is going to be 5. Actually it should be plus minus 5, but this the length is 5. In the formula, x bar equals a plus sigma f sub I u sub I sigma f sub I into h. So what is ui? A is the assumed mean, f is the frequency, h is the class interval. So what is ui? Ui is x sub I minus a by h. So x is actual class mark, a is the assumed mean, and h is the class size. H is the class size. This is ui. All concentric circles are dashed to each other. So all concentric circle, center is there. This is one circle, this is two circle, this is three circle. And all these are similar. You take concentric circle, you take concentric square or rectangle. Because the size is different, but the shape is exactly same. Shape is same, size is different. That is why we can easily say that these concentric circles are similar. The answer is similar. Find the sum of the first 100 natural numbers. First 100 natural numbers. So we know that when we want to add, that is 1 plus 2 till 100, it's pretty clear that these are in AP. So you can use the AP concept here. And the sum of n term, sum of n square term, n cube also we know. Common difference is 1. Last term is also known to us. And we know that from 1 to n, the summation of an AP would be, these are natural numbers. And this will be n plus 1 by 2. So n you can use directly 100. So 100 into 101. So 2 into 50, 50 into 101. So this will be 5050. Sum of first 100 natural numbers. In figure 4, the angle of elevation of the top of a tower. So this is a tower. AB is a tower. From a point C, this is point C. Angle of elevation, the angle is 30 degree. And this tower is away from C 30 meter, which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. So A is the top, B is the foot. C is 30 meter from B. Find the height of the tower. We have to find the height of the tower. So we'll use the trigonometry, and we know that we'll use tan angle. Tan theta is perpendicular by base. Tan 30 is perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is 30. Perpendicular divided by 30. So tan 30 equals AB, perpendicular is AB, by BC. BC is 30. So it's AB we don't know, BC we know, it's 30, and tan 30 also we know, it's 1 by root 3. So H will be 30 by root 3. And H will be 30 by root 3. So let's get rid of this root 3 in the denominator, multiply numerator denominator by root 3. So you get 30 root 3 by root 3 is 3. 3. So 30 by 3 is 10. So it's 10 root 3. AB tower height is 10 root 3. The LCM of two numbers is 182 and their HCF is 13. If one of the numbers is 26, find the other. And we know the relationship.
that is the LCM multiplied by HCF equals this LCM. If you multiply it with the HCF, what do you get? You get the multiplication of the numbers. One is 26, assume other to be x. So 182 multiplied by 13 and divide by 26. So 182 multiplied by 13 divided by 26. 13 2s are 26, 2, 9, 9 2s are 18, 1. 91 will come. So this is other number is 91. 91 is the other answer. Form a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are -3 and 2 respectively. So we have a direct expression for this. X square minus sum of the roots, sum of the zeros plus product of the zeros, product, and this equals 0. This is the quadratic equation. X square minus sum is -3, so -3 here into x plus product is 2, and this equals 0. So x square minus is plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. This is the quadratic equation, right? So, and there is one more thing. Let us assume it to be 2x square plus 6x plus 4 equals 0. If it is like this, so you can always take 2 outside. It will be again x square plus 3x plus 2 only. That means a constant can be multiplied. So there can be a constant multiplied, because ultimately you divide both sides by 2, 2 will vanish. If you multiply it by 3x square, 9x plus 6, again same thing. Again 3 you can take outside. That means the constant k you can take outside, and the answer you can give it like this: k into x square plus 3x plus 2. K can be any constant. This is how you write it. So k is important. Can x square minus 1 be a remainder while dividing x4 minus 3x square plus 5x minus 6 by x square plus 3? The question is saying x square plus 3, you are dividing this expression by x square plus 3, and the denominator you are getting is x square minus 1. Can it be a remainder? The simple thing is no, because this degree of the remainder, that is 2 here, it has to be lesser than the degree of the divisor, and here it's equal, which is not possible. Now evaluate. 2 tan 45 degree, tan 45 is 1, cos 60 is half, sin 30 is half, so the answer will be 2. It will be 2. These are the values. This is section B. Here every question 21 to 26 carry 2 marks. So in this figure 5 actually, DE is parallel to AC, DF is parallel to AE, DF is parallel to AE. Now let me tell you the concept we are going to use here. Wherever we have a triangle and from two sides if we pass a line and it is parallel to the other side, okay, so there will be the line, the sides to which it cuts are in equal ratio. That is AB. Let us start with AD. AD by DB equals AE by EC, AE by EC, and this we are going to use, and this is also equal to AB by AC, AB by AC. Okay, now we are taking the ratio of the corresponding parts this line has cut or parted. Same concept we are going to apply it here. So this is, see, one by one I am taking triangle. First triangle is this ABC, triangle is ABC, or you can say BAC, the first triangle, B and then A and then C. This triangle we are taking first. If you see here, DE is parallel to AC, DE is parallel to AC, that means BE by EC, BE by EC equals BD by AD, BD by AD. This is the first one. Now we are taking triangle BAE, this triangle I am taking, BAE. Here we have BF, this BF by FE equals BD by AD, AD. Now in this first and second equation, BD and BD by AD is common to both of these. So if they are equal, that means BE by EC equals BF by FE. And this is what we need to prove. Show that 5 plus 2 root 7 is an irrational number, where root 7 is given to be an irrational number. So this is already given to you that root 7 is an irrational number. By this, prove that 5 plus 2 root 7 is also irrational number. So what we do here, we assume that 5 plus root 7 is a rational number. Then we will contradict it. Any rational number will be of the form P by Q or A by B. A and B will be integers. A and B cannot be 0. A and B are integers. So this is how you define a rational number. Now take this 5 on the right hand side. You get 2 root 7 equals A by B minus 5. And then we'll take 2 in the denominator. So A by B minus 5, you get A minus 5B by B. And now you divide both sides by 2. So you get A minus this root 7 eventually will be A minus 5B by 2, 2B. Now A and B are integers. So A minus 5B will be integer. 2B, B is integer, so 2B will be also integer. Okay. Now integer by integer is integer. So root 7 is a rational number. Root 7 is an irrational number. By this we have proved it. It's a P by Q form. But the problem is root 7 is given in the question that it is irrational number. What we assumed initially was wrong. We assumed it to be a rational number and we proved this. Root 7 also has a rational number, which is not. So our assumption initially was wrong. It was already irrational. Check whether 12 raised n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Now we know that if you don't have 5 or 2, 5 into 2 is 10 or 10 into 10 is 10, right? So 12, you multiply, you are not going to get it. You know it, but you have to prove it. How to prove it? So for that, we use the prime factors. 12 to the power n, we use it. 12 can be written as prime factors. Prime numbers are those numbers which only divide themselves or 1 divide them. So this is 2, 2, 3. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 12. You can write 12 as this number. 2 into 2 into 3. So now here we have an explanation. If you need a 0, you always need 2 and 5. 5 into 2. 0 cannot be taken, right? As I suggested earlier. So 2 and 5 are not there. 2 we do have, but we don't have a 5. We need 0, we need 5 and 2 together. But 5 into 2 is 10. But here if you see, 5 is not a prime factor. So 12 raised n cannot end with the digit 0. Cannot end with digit 0. Okay. So this is, there are multiple questions of this which are going to come. ABC are interior angles of triangle ABC. Show that cos B plus C by 2 equals sin A by 2. So here we will use the angle sum property. It's a formula actually. So we'll take a triangle and we'll apply the angle sum property. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Now this angle A plus angle B plus angle C, sum of interior angle of triangle sums to 180 degree. Now B plus C, you can put it here and take A on the right hand side. It will be 180 minus A. Now divide both sides by 2. Because in the question you can see it's given B plus C by 2 and A by 2. So B plus C by 2, this is 90 minus 180 by 2 is 90, 90 minus A by 2. Now you can take cos on both the sides. You can take cos on both the sides because cos is in the question. So cos B plus C by 2, and when we take cos this, cos 90 minus theta is what? Cos B plus C by 2, cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So it's sin A by 2. Sin theta, sin A by 2. This is how we prove it. In figure 6, a quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Prove that AB plus CD plus equals BC plus AD. So there is a concept and there are two questions like this, or you can see an or. So we have to prove that opposite side, if we add, they are equal. So the concept here is tangent property or tangent length property. from any point we draw tangent to a circle, the length of the tangent will be equal. So these I'll mark these points and then I'll show you that how these are equal, and then we'll try to add them and try to get the result. So here we have marked the points. So we have marked the points. Let me enlarge it and show you. That is, this point is S, P, R and Q. Now you can take any alphabet you want. Alphabet you can take. Now here you see AP equals AS. From A, two tangents are drawn, AS and AP. So AS, AP are equal. DES and DR are equal. CQ and CR are equal. And BQ and BP are equal. So we wrote it here. Tangent drawn from external point of a circle. Now AB plus CD will be what? AB plus CD. Now AB can be written as AP plus PB. AP plus PB. And CD can be written as CR plus RD. CR plus RD. I am writing AB as AP plus PB, and for CD I am writing DR plus RC. DR plus RC. So when we write it's DR plus RC, now what we have written just now, that is the equalities, we'll transfer it here. AP and AS are equal, so write AP as AS. BP and BQ are equal, so in place of BP write BQ. CR and CQ are equal, put CQ here. RD and DS are equal, so write DS in place of RD. But if you see here, AS, now take this DS with AS and take BQ with CQ. BQ, just rearranging. Now what is AS plus DS? It's AD. So AS plus DS is AD. And BQ plus CQ, BQ plus CQ is BC. Write it here, BC. So hence we have proved it. AD plus BC. There, AB plus CD equals AD plus BC. And there is one more question which is in OR. OR. The only thing which you have to see here is the tangents drawn from external point of a circle. The length of the tangent drawn are equal. The length will be equal. This is the concept of this question. So similar question we are going to take. So you can do this or that one, whichever is comfortable. So we have to find the perimeter of triangle ABC. AP is 12 centimeter. AP. This is AP. This is a tangent length. And this ABC we have to find out the perimeter. Perimeter means sum of the sides. Sum of the length of the side. Right? So AB plus BC plus AC eventually we have to find out. Now the main thing is, from A two tangents are being drawn, AP and AQ. So AP and AQ are equal. From B and C also two tangents are drawn. So from B, BD and BP are equal. And C also, CD and CQ are equal. So both of these lengths are equal. So how do we do this? The perimeter of ABC will be AB, this AB plus BC plus AC. AB plus BC plus AC, this we are going to add, these three. Now here AC or AB, you can take AP first. Now AP is AB plus BP and BC is what? BC is BD is here. So BC can be written as BD plus DC. BC we can write it as BD plus DC. Now BD, as I said, BD is equal to BP because these two tangents are equal. As I said, BP and BD are equal. So put BD as BP. Now CD and CQ are equal. So put CQ in place of CD. Now since AB plus BP is what? AB plus BP. This is AP only. AB plus BP is AP. Put it here. How about AC plus CQ? AC plus CQ, it's AQ. It's AQ. So AP plus AQ. Now we know that AP and AQ was already equal. That is, this AP and AQ. AP and AQ are equal. So you can write in place of AQ, you write AP. So it's 2AP. It's 2AP. So 2 into AP, 2 into 12. AP is 12. It's 24 centimeter. So this is how you can find out. Find the mode of the following distribution. So we have to find out the mode. For that we need a modal class. Mode is the highest number, the frequency, whose frequency is highest. What is the highest? 12. Now this 12, highest number. So we will take this interval, that is 30 and 40. And we'll take the previous frequency 7. We'll take the other frequency after that 5. So we will take the interval difference is 10. 40 minus 30 is 10. So lower level, high level. Now the formula we have, The model class is 30 to 40. It's a model class because 12 is the highest. The L is the lower limit of this model class. L will be 30. F1 is 12. F0 is 7, the previous frequency. F2 is 5, which is the next frequency. So F1, F0, F2 is there. H is the class interval. 30 and 40. 40 minus 30 is 10. Now we have a formula. Mode is L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied by H. Now put this F1, F0, this is 12, this is 7, this is 24, this is 12, this is 7, this is 5. Now it will be 34.17. Two cubes each of volume 125 centimeter cube are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. A cube, let me write a cube. Cube is a shape or a 3D shape whose all sides are equal, whose all faces are equal, and they are equal. There are 6 equal faces. All sides are equal, right? So 6 faces are there, all sides are equal. So this is a cube. Now if you see here, there are 2 cubes and each cube is having the volume as 125 centimeter cube. So volume is 125 centimeter cube. How to find out the volume of the cube is simply A cube, side cube. So it's 125. A is 5 into 5 into 5. That is A will be 5. So side of a cube, both the cubes, the side of the cubes are 5. Now we added one more cube sidewise. So we added one more cube here, and when we added this cube, there will be a combined cuboid being formed. Cuboid. Now cuboid is not having that property of cube. It is not having that thing that all sides are equal. All length, breadth, height are equal. So we have to find out the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So when we combine this, the length is 5 plus 5, length has become 10. Length has become 10. And the width or breadth is 5. Width or breadth is 5. How about the height? Height is 5 only. It didn't change. So we have all the parameters and we'll use the formula 2LB plus LH plus BH. So all these values are known. We apply it here. So if you see, let me tell you again, volume of cube is 125 centimeter cube. This is the first, this is the second one. 125, 125, 25 is volume of each of them. So A is 5. Length is 10. You combine them, you get 10. Breadth is 5. If you combine it, just assume it to be one shape. That is, there is only one shape now with the length becoming 5 plus 5, 10. Just forget about these two combined. This length is 10. This width is 5 and the height is again 5. So LB, BH, HL, multiply it here, multiply by 2, 250 centimeter square will come 250. And this area will always come in centimeters square. Cube is always in centimeter cube. This is section number C, section C, and these are 3 marks questions. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator, and it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. We have to find the fraction. So what does a fraction means? It's x by y or p by q form. So let us write x by y form, and first thing given is a fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. X is the numerator, so let us subtract 1 from here, and x minus 1 by y will be 1 by 3. The second condition given is that it becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to its denominator. So y is the denominator, let's add 8 here, and this will become 1 by 4. So we'll get 2 equations and we are going to solve that. This is 3 cross multiplication I'm doing. So 2 equations are going to be made. 3 into x minus 3 equals y. This is first equation. And then we have second equation, 4x equals y plus 8. Now you can put y as 3x minus 3 in here, right? So I am replacing this y as 3x minus 3. So 4x will be 3x minus 3 plus 8, and this is going to be 4x minus 3x is x, and this is 8 minus 3 is 5. So x equals 5. X is 5. So x is 5. So let us find out y also. Y will be what? Y equals 3x minus 3. So 3 into 5 minus 3. 5 is 18. 5 is 15 minus 3. That is 12. So x is 5, y is 12. So the fraction will be x by 5, that is 5 by 12. So this is the required fraction. Now there is OR. So these two questions, one of them have to be done. The present age of a father is 3 years more than 3 times the age of his son. 3 years hence, the father's age will be 10 years more than twice the age of the son. Determine their present ages. See, this hence means after. You can understand hence as 3 years after. So how do we do this? First thing is to make a table. It's always good to make a table. Father and son on the column and present age, and that is after or before age here. So the present age of father is 3 years more than 3 times the age of his son. So if the age of son is x, what is the age of the father? 3 years more, that is plus 3. Then 3 times the age of son. So 3 into x. 3x plus 3 is the present age of father. Now what happens after plus 3? See, 3 years after, both of them are going to be 3 years older. So you just add 3, both of them. So after 3 years, it will be 3x plus 3 plus 3, that is 3x plus 6 and x plus 3. Now what after 3 years, what is the scenario between their relationship? The father's age will be 10 years more than twice the age of the son. So I'm just trying to write that the father's age will be 10 years more. So just first plus, make plus 10. Father's age will be 10 years more. So just add plus 10 here, and then twice the age of the son. And twice the age of the son. So twice 2 into, what is the age of the son right now? It's x plus 3. So 2 into x plus 3. And this will be the age of father. What is the present age of father? 3x plus 6. So we equate them. 3x plus 6 equals twice of x plus 3 plus 10. 10 plus 2x plus 3. So what do you get? 3x plus 6 equals 10 plus, this will be 2x plus 6. So you can take x here, 2x minus 3x minus 2x is x, 6x gets cancelled. X is going to be 10. So this is the present age of son, 10. Determine their present ages. What is the present age? 3x plus 6, and the 3x plus 3 and x. The son age is 10 and father age will be 3 into x plus 3, that is 3 into 10 plus 3, which is 33. 33 is father's age. Using Euclid division lemma, use this to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3q or 3q plus 1 for some integer q. Okay, now I'll give you an example, but let us take a as any positive integer and we are taking b as 3. Okay, and if a is divided by b by this Euclid division lemma ideal, a will be equal to 3m plus r. Now how this a equals 3m plus r will come or has come? M is any positive integer we have taken and r will be between 0 and 3. What does it mean? It means that if I take this a as a positive integer, how can we write? We can write it as some 3 into m, because 3 we can see in the question being asked. So a is divided by b. What are you going to get? M is any positive integer, so a equals 3 in m plus r. Now this is ideal. This is ideal, but I'll give you an example, better example. R is between 0 and 3. So how do we understand this? If you know ideal, you will be able to understand. If you don't know ideal, then I will tell you how we have got this. See, whenever we divide two numbers, there will be quotient, there will be remainder. And we can always write a number in the form of quotient, divisor and number, the remainder. The number can be written as C. Let me tell you. If you say divide 5 by 2, so what do you get? 2 2s are 4, 1. So how do you write 5? You write 5 as 2 into 2 plus 1. Similarly, we have written a as 3 into m plus r. R is remainder. Okay. So this 3 into m, because question is given 3, so we have written 3 by ourselves. So now this is m, so you see a and m and r are there, and this is how EDL represented. Okay, now come here. In this a equals 3m plus r, if the remainder is 0, that is actually it is 3 which is the divisor, you can divide it. So just square it. What do you get? This 3 is 3, just put 3 as 3m square, and this 3m square is a constant, m is constant. So now a equals 3m plus 1. If r is 1, if you put r as 1, will 3m plus 1, just square it. So a square will be 3m plus 1 whole square. So what do you get? m square plus 6m plus 1. You are just using x plus y whole square formula. 3m whole square, 9m square plus 6m plus 1. Now what do you see here? I am writing this 9m square plus 6m, I am taking 3 common. So when you take 3 common, you get 3m square plus 2m plus 1. Now this you can take as a constant. This you can take as a constant. So it will be 3q plus 1. 3m square plus 2m can be taken as q. So it is 3q plus 1. Now r equals 2. Put r is 2 equals 2. Now again square it. So just open this 9m square plus 12m. Write 4 as 3 plus 1. Write 4 as 3 plus 1. So what do you get? Take 3 common. You get 3m square plus 4m plus 1 plus 1. Now 3m square plus 4m plus 1 can again be put as q. Again, so a square will be 3q plus 1. So whatever you are getting in a square is either 3q or 3q plus 1. Either 3q or 3q plus 1. Right? So the square of any positive integer is of the form 3q and 3q plus 1. Find the ratio in which the y-axis divides the line segment joining the point 6 minus 4 and minus 2 minus 7. Also find the point of intersection. So we take these 2 points, and there is a point in between somewhere which is dividing it in some ratio. So let us assume it to be k is to 1. So 6 minus 4 is 1 point, minus 2 minus 7 is another point. And there is this y-axis. What does y-axis mean? Simply y-axis means x equals 0. Okay, x is 0, y will have some number, ordinate will have some number, but x-axis will not have any number. It will be 0. Y-axis means x equals 0. So we don't know this, so just say it to be 0y, because we know that x is 0. So 0y. Now we always write it as x comma y, because we know that it is 0y, x is 0. Now assume it to be k is to 1. It is dividing it into k is to 1. Now we know that what to do. If you want to find out this 0 comma y, let me write it x right now. We know that it is 0, but I am just writing the formula first. So x will be mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So m is k, n is 1. M is k, n is 1. So do you get? That is this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. Name it like this: x1 y1, x2 y2. So to get mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So m is k and x2 is minus 2 and n is 1. x1 is 6. So this is 6. m plus n, it is k plus 1. So this is, and let us find out y also. Y will be my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So this m and n are k and 1, so k plus 1 will come. Here k and here 1. And what is y2 and y1? y2 is minus 7 and y1 is minus 4. So minus 7 and here y1 minus 4. So you get minus 7k minus 4. So minus 4 it is. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. So it will be minus 4 by k plus 1. Oh, this is y coordinate. And what is x coordinate? As I said, x coordinate is 0. So this is minus 2k plus 6 by k plus 1, and this equals 0. So you get minus 2k plus 6 equals 0. That is minus 2k equals minus 6. Minus 2k minus 6. So minus minus you can cancel. 2 3s are 6. So you get k equals 3. So k is to 1 is 3 is to 1. So this point is dividing this in the ratio 0 3:1. But we have to find out the coordinates also. We know that one of the coordinate is 0. We already established that. What about y? Minus 7 into 3 minus 4 into 1 by 4. It will be minus 21 minus 4 by 4, that is minus 25 by 4. So you get 0 comma minus 25 by 4. These are the point of intersection. And this is the question, or in or it is. So you could have done that one or this one. Show that the point these three are the vertices of isosceles right triangle. So if a triangle is a right triangle, that is one angle will be 90 degree. If it is isosceles, that means two sides are to be equal. Two sides are to be equal. So in a right angle, always hypotenuse is bigger than the other two sides. So hypotenuse cannot be the equal side of any of these. So those two sides which are taking the angle 90 degree in between them are going to be the equal sides. So let us mark these points and try to use the distance formula, and then we will try to prove it using the Pythagoras. So see, I am writing 7, 10 as A and C. This is A, this is C, and this is B. So C is 3 minus 4 and B is minus 2, 5. Okay, so let us say the distance. So distance will be x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square. And we have already done this a question like this. So I encourage you to just put this value and find out the distances. Just take x1, y1, x2, y2 pairwise, and the distances will come. This distance will come as under root 106, under root 106, and this will be under root 212. So if you see here, because these two under root 106 are equal, so it's an isosceles triangle. And how about right angle? Let us see whether it is correct or not. If we can get Pythagoras theorem proved, then one angle will be 90 degree. So if you see AB square, BC square, AB square is 106, BC square is 106, AC square is 212, and 212 is equal to 212. Prove that under root 1 plus sine A by 1 minus sine A equals sec A plus tan A. Now whenever you see a question like this, you have a root, so you need to get rid of the root first. Okay, so in order to get the root removed, first of all you need to rationalize it. So if you have 1 plus sine, 1 plus 1 minus sine, in the denominator multiply by the opposite, that is the conjugate. So 1 minus sine is there, multiply by 1 plus s, 1 plus sine, right? Always multiply like this. 1 plus sine in the numerator, so 1 plus sine, 1 plus sine, 1 plus sine square, whole square. Below you have x minus y, x plus y formula, so x square minus y square, that is 1 square minus s square. 1 square minus sine square theta is cos square theta, you know this. So cos square theta, 1 plus, now under root is there, so square will get cancelled. So you will get 1 plus sine by cos, right? 1 plus sine by cos can be written as 1 by cos and sine by cos. So 1 by cos will be sec, sine by cos will be tan. So right hand side is proved. For an AP, it is given that the first term A equals 5. Common difference D is 3. Nth term, that is AN, is given as 50. Find N and the sum of first N terms Sn of the AP. So you need to write all those things which are given. It's always a good idea. Whatever is given on the one line, and what is not given in the second line. So N and sum up to N terms we have to find. So we know that AN is A plus N minus 1 into D. And AN is given, so it's 50. This equals A is 5, which is 5, plus N minus 1 into D. N is what? We don't know N. D is common difference is 3. So you just take 5 here, it will be 45. 45 divided by 3 will be 15. N minus 1 is 15. So you get N equals 15 plus 1, 16. You get N equals 60. Now this N has Sn we need to find out. Sn will be N by 2, 2a plus N minus 1 into D. 2a plus N minus 1 into D you can use, or A plus L you can use. This is the first term and last term. Since the first and last term is known, that is N by 2 is 16 by 2. A first term is 5. The last term is also known to us, which is 50. So put it here. You get 50 into 5, 55, and this is 8. 8 into 55 is 440. Sum of N term is 440. Construct a triangle with sides BC equals 6 centimeter, AB as 5 centimeter. Angle ABC is equal to 60. You construct a triangle whose sides are 3 by 4 of the corresponding sides of triangle ABC. So how are we going to do it? I'll try to make it. Okay. First we will make BC, and this should be of length 6. BC should be of length 6. Now coming to AB. AB is 5 centimeter. AB is 5, so make a line, and this has to be 60 degrees. So make you can use your protractor and mark here and 60 degree and mark, take it, extend it and take 5 and cut it. So you have 5 length here. B, that is AB. So 5 is AB and BC is 6. Now join these two lines. So you have AC here joined. Now you have to construct a triangle whose sides are 3 by 4 of the corresponding sides of ABC. So all the sides should be 3/4 of the original triangle. So how are we going to do this? Now make a line which is having an acute angle with BC, less than 90 degree. Now which is higher in 3 and 4? 4 is higher. So you can take any distance and you can mark 4 equal distance point. Now when we have 4 points, join this C and the last one, right? Now you have to make a line which is parallel to this line, a line which is parallel to this line, which we just joined. So we take the protractor, mark it, take the distance, again mark it and cut that distance, equal that distance, and then join this. So it has to be like this. Now these are 4 parts, these are 3 parts now. So same thing you have to do here also. You have to make a line which is parallel to AC. AC. So use the protractor, and this also take the length and cut it here, and make a line which is parallel to this AC. So we have, this is A dash, this is C dash. So A dash, this part is your triangle which is 3 by 4 of original triangle. Sides are 3 by 4. Okay, so this is the process. This step you have to write. Draw a circle of radius 3.5 centimeter. Take a point P outside the circle at a distance of 7 centimeter from the center of the circle and construct a pair of tangents to the circle from that point. So here what we are going to do, first we'll take the radius, that is you just take a line, mark a line 3.5 and take your protractor and make a circle with radius as 3.5. This doesn't involve any special thing. So this circle you can draw. The radius is 3.5 centimeter. Now take a point P outside the circle at a distance of 7 centimeter from the center of the circle. So P is at a distance of 7 centimeter from the center of the circle. So from center, extend it and make the distance as 7. 3.5 is already inside, 3.5 outside. Now you have to make a tangent from the point which is outside. So what we'll do, we'll take the endpoints, these two endpoints, one is the center and one is the last point, and take the protractor and make a quite large distance and cut it here, and below also cut it here. We are trying to make the perpendicular bisector. We are trying to make the perpendicular bisector. Now this is the perpendicular bisector. Now they take this radius, make a circle. We are taking the radius and now make a point. These 2 points are there and join this. The intersection of these 2 circles are certain 2 points, make and join them. This is your tangent, right? So I hope you got the idea. We had made a circle 3.5, took a distance 7, tried to make a perpendicular bisector and make a circle, and 2 intersection points, join it. That will be the tangent. Okay, that those tangents will be equal. And this okay, there is no, you need to write, it is not written here. You have to write all these steps, all the steps you have to write, whatever you have done. Okay. Read the following passage and answer the questions given at the end. So this is Diwali fair. In the Diwali fair, A game in a booth at a Diwali fair involves using a spinner first. So there is a spinner. So you know there's a marker or there's an arrow. You spin it and it stands or it will be still somewhere after revolving. Then if the spinner stops at even number, what are the even numbers here? The player is allowed to pick up marble from a bag. So 2, 4, 6, 8 are the even number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 even numbers are there. 5 even numbers are there. Now if it is even number, the participant is allowed to pick marble from the bag. The spinner and the marble in the bag are represented in figure. These are the figure. Prizes are given when the black marbles are picked. Prize will only be when black marbles you get. Shweta plays the same ones. Shweta plays this game. What is the probability that she will be allowed to pick a marble from the bag? So first of all, before going to marble, she has to get even number here. So what is the sample space? Total possibility, total all cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 6 in all. There are 6 total possibility. And what are the favorable? Only 1 will come. So 1 is the only favorable case. 1 is not non-favorable case. Only 2, 6, 8, 10, 4. Even numbers. So 5 are the favorable cases. So 5 by 6, number of favorable cases divided by number of all cases. So 5 by 6 is the probability in the first case. Okay. Coming. Suppose she is allowed to pick a marble from the bag. What is the probability of getting a prize when it is given that the bag contains 20 balls out of which 6 are black? So 20 balls are there. 6 are black. Now what are the favorable case? Because only black marbles will give you a prize. So 6 are black. So this is the favorable cases. And how about the total number of cases? That is 20. That is 20. So 6 by 20. These are 6 by 20. This is the 6 by 20. 3 by 10 is the answer. Okay. For the second part. In figure 9, a square OPQR is inscribed in a quadrant OAQB. So it's a quadrant, 1/4 of the circle. If the radius of the circle is 6√2, find the area of the shaded region. So what we'll do, we'll find out the area of the quadrant, 1/4 of the circle, and we'll take the area of the square and we'll subtract them. So we'll do what? The basic is to find out the side of this square. Other things are known to us. So let us take OQ. OQ will be 6√2. OA will be 6√2, and OB is 6√2. Okay. Now this is 6√2. Now OP and OQ are same. Why? Because these are the sides of the square. All the sides of the square are equal. So what we can do? OQ square, OP square plus PQ square equals OQ square, because it's 90 degree. Square has 90 degree side. So what we'll do? 6√2 is the hypotenuse, base is OP, and perpendicular is PQ. You can assume it to be like this because it's a proper square. All the angle are 90 degree and diagonal is given to us. So if the diagonal is given to us, let us find out the side by using the Pythagoras theorem. So OQ square will be, as I said, OQ square will be equal to QP square plus OP square. So OQ square is 6√2 whole square. Make it 6√2 whole square. So 6√2 whole square equals, we don't know the side, so assume it to be OP. So OP square plus OP square, because both are same. So OP square, 2 OP square it will be. Now 6√2 is what? 6 into 6 and √2 into √2. So √2 is 2. 2 gets cancelled. 6 square. So 6. So OP square will be, OP will be 6 because 6 into 6. OP is 6. So the side is 6. Now what is the area of the square? It's side square. It's simply side square. 36. 6 is the side. Area of the square region is 36. 6 into 6. Now what we'll do? We'll take the area of the quadrant. Quadrant is 1/4 of the circle. Circle area is pi r square. Quadrant area will be 1/4. Pi r square by 4. So pi r square by 4 minus a square. A is side. A is side. So we will subtract them. So I hope you got the idea. pi is 3.14, r is 6 root 2 whole square by 4. Root 2 you can write it as 1.1414 minus 36, 20.52 centimeter square will come. Okay. This is section number D. And section D, so 4 marks questions are here. Obtain the zeros of the polynomial Pax. This is the polynomial. If 2 of its zeros are root 5 and minus root 5, zeros are roots only. These are roots. So we have to find 2 more because there are 4 roots. So since we have 2 zeros already, which is already given, because x is a variable, x equals root 5 and x equals minus root 5 is satisfying this equation. We can write it as x minus root 5 equals 0 and x plus root 5 equals 0. We can write it. Now these two are the factors, so we just multiply them, and that multiplication will also be a factor of this polynomial. That is x minus root 5, x plus root 5. Now this will be a minus b, a plus b. So we can use the formula of a square minus b square. So that will be x square minus root 5 whole square. And this is going to be x square minus 5. So what about the other two? We will use this x square minus 5 to divide this px. So I am going to divide it. How to divide? X square minus 5 is there. So we need 2x raised 4. So x square, if you multiply by 2x square, you get 2x raised to 4. And then you have minus 5 into 2x raised to 2x square. And that is minus 10x square. And always write the same power one below another. So this is now we have one multiplication. Now you can change the sign and add them or subtract them, you can say directly. So this gets cancelled and minus x cube will come as it is. Now minus 11x square and minus, we have taken subtraction, so minus 10 will be plus 10. So 10 minus 11, that is 10x square minus 11x square will be minus x square. And then minus x cube will come like that. And then we have 5x plus 5. Take them down only when it is required. When it is not required, you don't need to. Here 5x is required, as I said. So this 10 minus 11, I already told you 5x will come. Now 5 you don't, if you want to bring it, it's okay. Now we want x cube. X square is already there, so we will take x square into minus x. So if you multiply minus x with x square, you will get minus x cube. And then minus 5 into minus 1 will be plus 5. Minus 5 into plus, minus 5 into plus, minus 1 minus 5 is plus 5. So that 5, the last one, will also be removed, and this x cube will also be removed. That is the 5x. So x cube and 5x, these will be removed, and minus x square and 5 now you can take it down. So minus x square plus 5 it will be. Now you need this one, minus x square plus 5. So what I am trying to suggest you, that when you multiply x square minus 5, you need minus x square. So you need to multiply it with minus 1. So what do you get? Minus x square plus 5. You get minus x square plus 5. Okay. So this now you can bring down and subtract, and you will get a 0. See here. So you can just subtract these two and you will get a 0. That means when you divide these two, the remainder is 0. That means 2x square minus x minus 1 is the actual factor. Is also the factor because it is dividing it properly. So 2x square minus x minus 1 will get two factors, you can say roots from here. So 2x square minus 2x minus plus x minus 1 we can write. So this will be, see, 2x square, 2x, take bracket x minus 1 plus 1x minus 1 equals 0. So you get 2x plus x minus 1 and 2x plus 1 equals 0. So this is x equals 1 and x equals minus half. So you have 4 factors, root 5, minus root 5, 1 and minus half. These are the 4 zeros, roots of this polynomial. Okay. Now this is OR, so you can do this one or the previous one. What minimum must be added to this so that the resulting polynomial will be divisible by x square minus 4x plus 8. So I'll give you an example. If you take 2 and you divide 9 by 2, what do you get? 2 4s are 8. So you're getting a remainder. So now if you add this 9 with 1, if you add this 9 with 1, what are you going to get? 2, this is 10 now. 2 5s are 10. So it divides. So remainder you have to add. Remainder you have to add to the polynomial which is given. So this is how we are going to go. X square minus 4x plus 8. Now you have this polynomial. This px and qx is there. So you are basically doing px by qx. Px by qx. So let us divide it. And I already told you in the previous discussion how to divide it. So let me tell you again. If you need 2x cube, x square minus 4x plus 8 is there. So you can multiply it with 2x. When you multiply it with 2x, what do you get? 2x cube minus 4 2s are 8x square minus 8x square, and then you have 8 to the 16. So you put it here. Now subtract them, subtract these two, and what do you get? This is negative, so this gets cancelled. 2x cube, and if this is 8 minus 3 5, and minus 16 and 6, so minus 10x. 7, bring it down, bring it down. Now multiply just this by 5. So you'll get these terms and just subtract. So 10x minus 33 is going to come. Now this, there is nothing because x is lower. The raised x raised is lower than x square. So now you have to add this one to px. That is, you have to add this to 2x cube minus 3x square plus 3x plus 7. So this is the k. So that is, this k term has to be added so that it is divided. Prove that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So now there are certain things we need to understand first. First of all, the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles. So there are two similar triangles, ABC and PQR. One time we'll take ABC and PQR, and then we will draw first of all the perpendicular. So this AM is perpendicular to BC, PN is perpendicular to QR. So we have to, since we have a triangle, two triangles which are similar, so we have to take the ratio of the area and prove it that it is equal to the ratio of this corresponding side square. All the three sides square. So what we do? We'll do the first area, we'll find out, and we know the formula of area. For that we need perpendicular. Okay, for that we need the perpendicular. So AB square by PQ square, like this we have to prove. We need to find out the area. So that's why this AM, area of triangle, is half into base into altitude. Half into BC, BC is base here, altitude is AM. Half into BC into AM. And here also, half into QR into PN. PN is the perpendicular we have drawn. So area will be half into BC into AM. Area of PQR is half into QR into PN. Now we divide them. When we divide them, we get half of cancel, BC by QR and AM by PN. Now we will, this, two are the sides, BC and QR, but two are not the sides. These are perpendiculars, AM and PN. We will try to do something so that this AM, PN becomes BC and QR. So this triangle, we are taking two triangles, the left part of both the triangles. That is, triangle is ABM and triangle PQN. Angle B and angle Q are equal because they are similar. Angle M and angle M are N are equal because they are 90 degree. Since they are 90 degree and one angle is equal, B and Q, so angle property, similarity criteria is there, fulfilled. So that you can now take the ratio of the sides. So we are taking, let me take you one more time. We are taking the ABM and PQR and we tried to prove them as similar, and because two angles are there, we can make the ratio of the sides. AB by PQ equals AB by PQ equals AM by PN. AM by PN. But if you see, we already have the first equation, AM by PN is there and it is equal to AB by PQ. But right now we cannot put it. So since ABC and PQ are already given similar, so AB by PQ, this is equal to AC by PR, and this is equal to BC by QR. We already know because these two triangles are similar. So now we can just equate them. Now here we have BC by QR, AM by PN. AM by PN is AB by PQ. But still we are not getting the solution. But AB by PQ is BC by QR. Third equation you see. AM by PN equals AB by PQ, and AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. I hope you got the idea. So you can write BC by QR here. AM by PN, BC square and QR square will come. This one, BC by QR. This AB by PQ, you can write either way. You can write AM by PN as AB by PQ, and then AB by PQ can write either way. The eventuality is you are going to get AB square by PQ square. If you write AM by PN as say BC by QR, you get BC square by QR square. So every time you put these three, so all the time you get three different solutions. So these solutions are AB by PQ whole square, BC by QR whole square, and CA by RP whole square. Area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR. Sum of the areas of two squares is 544 meter square. If the difference of their perimeter is 32 meter, find the sides of two squares. So what we will do, we will take two squares and let us assume that the side of, because all the sides are equal, it's more looking like a rectangle. Anyways, this is square 1, this is square 2, and sum of the squares of two square, that is we have to add the area of these two. Now let us say the side of first one is x and side of the second one is y, and assume x is greater than y because we are taking subtraction right now, just now. So the area is x square y square. So when you add them, x square plus y square, area 1, area 2, it's 544. Now what is the difference of their perimeter? It's 32. What is the perimeter? 4 into x, that is x plus x plus x plus x, 4x. Similarly with y. So when you subtract them, as I said, x and y, I took x greater than y. Otherwise I'll get a negative value which I don't want. So 4x minus 4y equals 32. Now what do you get? X minus y, 4 you can take common, 32 by 4, 8 4 is 32, x minus y equals 8. Now you can put it here. Either you put x equals 8 plus y, or you can put y equals x minus 8. Whichever way you want. It's up to you. Whichever way you want to solve. So 8 plus, if you put x as 8 plus y whole square plus y square will be 544. For that you need to solve y. Okay. Now you can also do this thing. Y equals x minus 8 you can put and put it here. So you get x square and you have y as x minus 8, x minus 8 whole square equals 544. Now you can solve for x. The solution is in front of you. You can solve for x. So x is going to come two values actually, 20 and minus 12. But side cannot be negative. So we can take x only as 20 and y will be x minus 8. So put 20 here. So what do you get? 20 minus 8, 12. X is 20, y is 12. Sides of the square are 20 and 12 centimeter. Right? These two, 20 and 12. This is OR question. You can do either of these two. A motorboat whose speed is 18 km an hour in still water takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream than to return downstream to the same spot. Find the speed of the stream. So same distance is given. Speed is also 24. The distance is 24 km. So there is a boat. Now whenever this boat, the speed of the boat is also given. It's 18 km an hour. So 18 km an hour is the speed of the boat in still water. When it's in still water, when the water is not moving. But when the water is moving, there is a stream. So water is moving. So when it goes downstream, let us assume like x is the speed of the stream, or so it will help when it goes downstream. So speed while it is going downstream, it will be x plus 18. 18 is the boat and x is going to help it. So you add it, 18 plus x. But when it is coming back, stream, it is opposite direction. So there will be a friction or there will be a force. So that will be 18 minus x. Speed will be lesser. Speed upstream will be 18 minus x. These two are clear? Okay. Now in the question it's clear there is a 1 hour difference. So let us go for the time. Time is distance by speed. Distance is 24 kilometer for both of these. It's going upstream, downstream, 24 kilometer. So you have time. So what is time? Distance by. So speed is 1 time 18 plus x, 1 time 18 minus x. But the difference of time is given to us. Time difference is 1 hour. We'll utilize this difference of time. So we will use say 24 by this 24 by. So T2 is the time, T1 is the time, and T2 is the time while coming back because it is going to take longer. T2 is the time coming back. So T2 minus T1 is 1 hour. So, or you can understand by this, you will always have T2 such that you will always have 18 minus x T2. Why? Because 18 minus x is lower. If you see 24 divided by 4, 24 divided by 6, whenever the denominator is less, the result will be higher. So denominator is less, the result will be higher. So 24 by 18 minus x we use. If you are confused, then you can do this like this. So 24 by, now you have this 18 minus x is done. Now 18 plus x you have to put here, 18 plus x. So now this difference is equal to 1. Now the logic you understood? Now you just need to solve it. Okay, just take 24 outside, 18 plus x here, 18 minus x here, 18 gets cancelled, 2x by 18 square minus x square. That is 20x by 2x by 324 minus x square. This equals 1 by 24. You are going to get two values of x, 6 and minus 54. X cannot be negative. It cannot be, speed cannot be negative. So 6 km an hour is the speed of the stream. A solid toy is in the form of a hemisphere surmounted by a right circular cone of same radius. The height of the cone is 10 cm and the radius of the base is 7 cm. Determine the volume of the toy. Also find the area of the colored sheet required to cover the toy. So let me show you the figure first. What is the scenario? So this is a toy. Now this is a toy and khilona. So there is a cone which is over a hemisphere. The base is hemisphere. So this hemisphere, there is a circle on it. That is you can say this upper surface of hemisphere, which is the base of the cone. So radius of this hemisphere is the radius of cone also. So radius is 7 for both of them. This is clear? Now height is given. So height is also known. With height and this radius we can find out the slant height. We'll find the slant height later. But first of all, volume of the toy, because we don't need L here. Volume of toy will be volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. That is 1 by 3 pi r square h plus 2 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. So this is 1 by 3 pi r square h plus 2 by 3 pi r cube. All the values are in front of you, 1232 centimeter cube, because it is volume. Now coming to the area of colored sheet required to cover the toy. So we have to find out the curved surface area of both the shapes and then we have to add them. So if you have a cone, the curved surface area is what? Pi RL. Pi into R into L. L is the slant height. And what is the curved surface area of a hemisphere? It's 2 pi r square. We are not adding the upper one, which is the pi r square. We are not adding this. Only the curved surface area we need to find out. That is 2 pi r square. So pi RL plus 2 pi r square is, if you combine them, that is going to be the curved surface area. So pi RL plus 2 pi r square, for that you can take some common, pi r you can take common, L plus 2r. So we need to add them here, but L is not known. How about L? Under root 149 is given, so it's quite easier for us. This is 10, this is 7. What is the hypotenuse? It's 10 square plus 7 square. So 7 square plus 10 square. This is 7 square is 49. 10 square is 100. Under root 149 it will be. So this is 12.2. So L is 12.2. Now put it here. L equal 12.2. So this is, now you can find out, because just put in the expression 576.4 centimeter square is going to come. Right? So this is your curved surface area also. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of the pedestal. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree, and from the same point the angle of elevation of top of the pedestal is 45 degree. Find the height of the pedestal. So let me show you the figure first. See, here there is a pedestal. Pedestal is the base of statue, you can understand. Something to have a base of a statue. Now when you see from this observation point, if you see the top of the pedestal, you'll get an angle of 45 degree. When you go up top of the statue, you'll get an angle of 60 degree. Statue height is 1.6. Pedestal height we don't know. Let us assume it to be h. We need to find out the height of the pedestal only. This pedestal. Let us assume it to be h. So now we'll take there are two triangles. So the bigger triangle let us take. That is APC. We are taking ACP or APC. So tan 60 is AC, that is total 1.6 plus h, that is AB plus BC, 1.6 plus h, divided by PC. PC is the base. So root 3 equals 1.6 plus h by PC. Now coming to, we'll just replace a PC. Now take the triangle, this smaller one, BCP. The angle is 45 degree. So tan 45 is h by PC. So tan 45 is 1. So h is PC, h equals PC. Now put PC as h here. Now when you put h as PC, you don't have to divide, you already have h as PC. Now when you put these values, you can easily find out h because it's quite simple. The calculation is in front of you. Only one thing you have to be careful, that this root 3 minus 1 has to be rationalized. When you take this h root 3 minus h you can take common, root 3 minus will come. Root 3 minus 1 you will take in the denominator of 1.6. So here you have to multiply numerator denominator by root 3 plus 1 and root 3 plus 1. This is the only thing here. Otherwise root 3 1.732 you can use, and you can use the computation and formula, and then 2.184 will come. From the following data, draw a less than ogive and find the median of the distribution. So there are two questions. We'll take the next question just now. But first question is ogive. And there are two parts as I just suggested. Any one of the, if you are comfortable with ogive, you do this, or median mode, you take the other one. So this table, let me write it in another way so that we can find out the ogive. So here 0 to 10, this one, 0 to 10 is 5. 10 to 20 is 15, 20 to 30, 20, like this. So age and number of persons, similar value you have to take in the table. So you have to find out the class now. Class, basically you have to find out the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is less than 10 is 5, less than 20 is 5 plus 15, less than 30 is 5 plus 15 plus 20, like 40. Less than 40 is all these till 425, add them. Less than 50, all you can add them. So it will be 80. So this cumulative frequency is the y coordinate. Cumulative, this less than 60 and less than 70 you have to, up till 100 you have to go. Right. Now we have to find out, because to make ogive we need x coordinate and y coordinate. So the x coordinate will be the higher limit of the age. In age we have lower limit and higher limit. The x coordinate of the ogive will be the higher limit, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And what is the y coordinate? It will be the cumulative frequency. So you have 10, 5, 20, 20, 30, 40, 40, 65, 50, 80, like this. Okay. And then 60, 91, 70, 100, like this. Okay. So now you can make it. Now one more thing is to be found, median. So for that, total n is 100, divide by this n by 2. Now this n we are going to take on the y-axis, and corresponding x-axis point will be median. Okay, n by 2 is 50. We will try to find out what corresponding to 50 on y-axis we get on x-axis. X-axis point will be median, because the median has to be computed also. Ogive and median. So see here. First of all, these are the points I told you earlier. Upper limits, these are the upper limits we took on the x-axis, and y-axis, that is the cumulative frequency. So this will be cumulative frequency. Now as I already told you, these are the coordinate 10, 5, 20, 20 till your 70, 100. Now just make a curve here. Now what about the median? See, n was 100, n by 2 was 50. Now take 50 on the y-axis. When you have n this as 50, n by 2 as 50, make a straight line parallel to x-axis and allow it to intersect on the ogive. And the corresponding point on the x-axis, that is parallel to y-axis, this is the 34. Now this is the second part. Let me tell you the question again. The distribution given below shows the number of wickets taken by the bowlers in one-day cricket matches. Find the mean and the median of the numbers of wickets taken. Number of wickets taken. So we'll make the tabular form. If you see here, number of wickets, whatever is given, we have first and second column directly we have written. Now xi is what? We have to find out the middle value. 20 plus 60 by 2, 60 plus 100 by 2, 100 plus 140 by 2, 140 plus 180 by 2. Like this. You can go up to 220 till 260, 220 plus 260 by 2. Now we'll take the assumed mean. Now assumed mean, you can take either 120 or 160. And all the values which you get, this A, assume mean is already there, xi is what value? Xi is 40, 80 till 240. So I was suggesting that the interval for 60 minus 20 is the interval h. So if you take 120, just say you are taking 120. So you have to take xi 40 minus 120 divided by h. H is what? The class difference, 60 minus 20. So this you take 120. So what do you get? You get minus 2 here. So if you take 120, you get minus 2 in the first place. If you take 160, as we have taken here, 40 minus 160 divided by 40, this is going to be 120 by 40 negative. So it will be minus 3. So 160 you can take, 120 you can take, it's up to you. The solution will be almost similar. So I hope you got the idea how ui we have found out. Ui will be xi minus a by h. We took this first column, we added them and divided by 2, that is xi. When we took 160 as the assumed mean, all the value xi, that is this column only, we take 40 minus 160 divided by the class interval, that is the 40. One of the thing I have done already for you. Now ui will come. Now f and ui multiplication you will take, and that will be ui fi. 7 minus 3 multiplication minus 25 minus 2 minus 10, 16 minus 1 minus 16, 12, 0, 0, 2 into 1, 2, 3 into 2, 6. Now sigma f, that is 45. Ui fi is minus 39. Now we have the formula. Mean is assumed mean, which is 160. Sigma fi ui, which is minus 39 here. Here, sigma fi ui. And then we have sigma fi, what is 45. Class interval is h. Multiply this, the mean will be 125.33. This one got done. Now coming to median. Table is already there. So this here you have to find out the cumulative frequency. This 7 plus 5 add 12. 7 plus 5 plus 16 add 28. 7 plus 5 plus 16 plus 12 add, you get 40. 7, 5, 16, 12, 2, you get 42. All of them add, you get 45. So you get 45. Now you see, n is this total number is 45. Divide by 2. You just divide it by 2. 45 and take n by 2. That is going to be 22.5. Now this 22.5 is coming in which median class? 22.5 is coming in 100, in between 12 and 28, which is actually 100 and 140. 22.5 is coming in the median class, which is 100 and 140. So 140 is our median class. 115 is 100 and 140 is our median class. What is the frequency of this class? 16. So f is 16. F is 16. What is the class interval? 140 minus 100, that is 40. What is the cumulative frequency? The previous one, 12 we take. We take 12. See, previous cumulative frequency. What is the lower limit? L is 100. All things are known. We have a formula now. We have a formula L plus n by 2 minus CF, that is 12, by F, which is 16, into H. So 100 plus 45 by 2, 22.5 minus 12 by 16 into 10. So this is the whole formula. You need to learn by heart this formula, because you can, this remembering is very important. And then finally you get 126.25. So this is all about the 2020 exam question which we solved, board paper. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.